actually, I had not thought about scale versus depth before in the way that you articulated it. And I think that really resonates with me with transit equity. And just hearing Kathy, you talk about people that don't have beds and the presumption that everybody here today slept in a bed last night. That's something really important to think about when it comes to cars as well. And, talking about Harriet Tubman and this idea of the Underground Railroad. February 4th is also coming up, and that's Rosa Parks' birthday. And Transit Equity Day is going to be on February 5th to commemorate that. So there's very much a tie between transit equity, civil rights, the health of the globe and the earth that we share together. And so in thinking, I'm scared of scale. It kind of freaks me out a little bit because, being a transit rider for the past 7 years in a very car-centric community where to get here today to meet at 8:20, some folks would have to catch the bus at 5 in the morning, right? Potentially commuting between an hour and 3 hours just to be able to show up, depending on the neighborhood that you're in, the community that you're a part of. So there's so much assumption about people choosing or not choosing to participate just in the design of our community and the mobility of the experience. So we've realized in terms of scale, and this may not, I'm just really new to this, I'm pretending, faking it till I make it in some ways, but we can't change the built environment, the infrastructure overnight, but what we can do is empower people with information to make more informed decisions through real-time tracking, to make the system more visible so that you know what is actually going on with the bus and you can actually make decisions in real time about, am I going to be able to catch this connection? Is this actually going to show up when it's supposed to show up? So at least we're not gaslighting riders that, when you talk about that one-on-one, that individual person that's waiting at a bus stop, there's no shade if it's really sunny, there's no awning if it's raining, and there's not even a seat for them to sit at. There's just a metal pole somewhere along a 6-lane highway, and they're just starting their commute, to Disney or to Universal or to a Popka because they're a farm worker. That's an experience that I think so many Central Florida workers are navigating that's not often lifted up. And I think that's one of the things that's so important for us with Omnimodel is navigating not just being a 10X company, but we want to address the fact that systems like Lynx are one of the largest bus systems in the country that has no dedicated funding. So we talk about funding, we're working on our own funding model, but the system itself that we're engaging with does not even have dedicated funding to lift folks up on an individual level. So that's something we're continuing to work through.